Today this is your EDEXCEL class for sets and Venn diagrams, and we'll continue the previous class, the previous lesson, and here we are going to solve the topical questions for this topic, sets and Venn diagrams. We are following the IGCSE EDEXCEL Pearson EDEXCEL, and the paper code that we are focusing on is for MA1. Specifically, we are focusing the higher tier papers, so 1H and 2H. Okay, the paper 1 and paper 2. So let's begin. The first question that we have is from your 1H November 2020. Okay. So this question says the numbers from 1 to 14 are shown in the Venn diagram. As you can see, part 1 says list the members of the set A intersection B. A intersection B, clearly this is like a very easy question. A intersection B. Intersection means the common thing between two sets. Okay, the common elements, the common members between two sets. So from the Venn diagram, it's clearly evident this is the region that shows what is common between A and B. This is also in A set and this is also in B set. So this is your A intersection B. So what are the elements here? They say list the members. So there another name for elements that they have used in your papers is members. So A intersection B is 2, 4, 6 and 12. A intersection B is another set, so I am writing them in the set notation. Okay. Part B says list the members of the set B prime or B complement. Okay. B dash or B complement. What does complement means? Complement means everything outside B, or not B but everything else in the universal set, not B. So if you will just cancel out like from looking from the Venn diagrams, the elements and their numbers is very easy. So when they say so when they say that B complement, that means everything outside B. So what are the elements that are left behind starting from here? 5, 7, 11, 13, 9, 8, 10 and 14. So try and write them in order. 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 13 and 14. Okay, so this is your elements or members of B complement. Now this part C is relevant to your probability section as well, so we'll cover this in we can do it in probability part as well or here as well. Like some questions are a mixture of 2 or more topics, so you can do it. It's like just a basic probability question. So they say a number is picked at random from numbers in the Venn diagram. Find the probability that this number is in set A but is not in set B. Is in set A but not in set B. So the common part so the common part will be subtracted. Okay, so we are left with 8, 14 and 10. So they say probability. So probability is actually favorable outcomes over total outcomes. Number of outcomes, not you are going to list down the elements, just the number of outcomes. So your probability is going to be, how many elements are here that could be in A but not in B? 3 elements, 8, 14 and 10. Out of how many are there in total? 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 2, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14. So 3 out of 14 is your probability. I hope you understand this question. Now let's move on to the next. Okay, question 14. This question 14 is from paper 4 MA1 2H November 2020. Okay, so what this question says, this question says universal set is integers x such that x is greater than or equal to 10 and x is less than or equals to 25. Okay, they give you the outer boundary, the universe of the question. Okay, and A, so side by side let's list down the sets as well in the proper set notation. So what is your universal set? X is greater than or equal to 10, integer, greater than or equal to 10, so 10 will be included and x is less than or equals to 25, so above 10 and less than 25, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so this is your universal set. One second, just a minute. I had less space, so I just wrote it down in the next line as well. A set x such that, as we learned about these sign symbols, x such that x is less than 18. Okay, if set A was without this universal set being given, this set means that from 1 to 18. But as the universal set is being defined in the question, so that means your set A won't go beyond that. So your set A will start from 10 to 18. Will 18 be included? No, because it is just less than 18, so still 17, from 10 to 17. Set B says x such that x is greater than or equals to 13 and less than 22. Okay, they given you the upper and lower boundary and it is also included in your universal set. So let's write down x is greater than or equal to 13. So your set B is starting from 13 up till, okay, less than 22 means 21, till 21. Okay, now write down number of elements of A. In the start, when they are defining the sets, please list down all your sets. Now it will be easier for you to just do the rest of the parts easily. Write down the number of elements of A, means how many elements are there, how many members are there. So let's count down in A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 elements. Part B says, list the members of the set. Now, sorry, then you are not supposed to write the number of elements. We are supposed to write the members, list down the members. Means you have to write the set of this A union B complement or dash. Okay, so first write A union B. So what is going to be A union B? I am doing the working with one so as to show you the answers clearly with one color. So A union B. So let's write down all the elements combining A and B and skipping the repeating elements. So starting from 10 to 21, all are included. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 13 to 16, 13 to 17 are repeated. So we'll just write them once till 21. Okay, so A union B is 10 to 21. And A union B complement means, what does it means? A union B whole complement means whole, everything out, like the elements in the universal set outside A union B. Okay, so not including A union B. So that actually means, sorry, universal set minus A union B is actually A union B complement. So if you take out all these elements out from your universal set from 10 to 21, you are left with 22, 23, 24 and 25. So these are the elements of your set A union B complement. Okay, 22 to 25. (22 to 25). These are your 4 elements. Okay, next is list list the members of set A complement intersection B. Okay, now this is not a whole complement, A complement. First we have to write A complement. So first let's write A complement means universal set minus A. If you subtract A from the universal set, that means you are skipping 10 to 17 and you are left with 18 to 25. Okay, and what is B? B is the same, 13 to 21. So intersection intersection between A complement and B. So what intersection means? What is common in between these two? So looking into this, 18, 19, 20 and 21 seems to be that is common between A complement and B. So let's list down these 18 to 21. So this is your final answer. Now read part D. Part D says C is another set. Here there is nothing about C set, but they are now introducing another set C. C is a set that is a proper subset of A and is a proper subset of B. Proper subset means that A is a bigger set, that C, some of the elements of C are in A and some of the elements of C are in B, but C is not equals to B and C is not equals to A. Okay, they are not equal set. A is a bigger set and B is also a bigger set. So, and number of elements of C is equals to 5. Okay, so that means C is having some elements that are in A and also in B, and these are 5 elements. What are those 5 elements that are common in both of them? Okay, are you getting this? Like one set is a subset of another set, like it is a subset of 2 sets, so that means it is having some common elements from both the sets. So let's look into this. What elements are common and are in like 5 in number? This one, 13 to 17 and 13 to 17. So C must be some set having elements from 13 to 17. Yeah, that's it. This question is done. Now look into another question. This is from paper 4 MA1. 1H, sorry, 2H, June 2021. Okay, so they are given to be a universal set that says letters of the alphabet. B is a set that is having elements BRAZIL, and I is a set that is having elements IRELAND. List the members of the set B union A. So union means combining both of them and skipping the repeated ones. So B union I is B. Okay, first writing all the elements of first set and looking for the repeated for the second one. I is already there. R is already there, E, L is already there, A is already there, N and D. Now B intersection I complement. I complement. What is going to be I complement? Obviously, all the elements of your alphabets, because the universal set is the letters of alphabets, means A to Z. So everything except the set I. So let's do that. I complement or I dash would be universal set minus I, and that is A is there, so starting from B, C, D is there, E is there, F, G, H, I is there, K, L is there, M, N is there, O, only R is not there, rest are there. P, Q, R should not be there. S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Okay, and B intersection I complement means common between I complement and B. So let's see what is common between B and I complement. B, B is common. R is not there. A is not there. Z is not. Z is there. I is not there, and L is also not there. So only B and Z. B and Z are the common elements. So B and Z. Now look for another part. They say there is a set K that stands for key, like K is a set that is having elements K, E, N, Y, A, Kenya. Cody writes down the statement B intersection K is a null set. This, I told you, this phi represents a null set or an empty set. Cody's statement is wrong. Explain why. So you will give a reason why is she wrong, or first find out B intersection K. Okay, so that this is like a good way to do. First find B intersection K, and if you find it to be not an empty set, so obviously she is wrong. Cody is wrong. Okay, B intersection K. B is BRAZIL. BRAZIL. So there is no common element. No, not K, not E, not N, not Y, not A, but A. See, in set B and in set K, there is a letter A that is common. Okay, so you can do it this way. directly, or you can write down your B set and K set and then compare. So we found it to be that B intersection K is having an element A. So we will write it like as B intersection K has an element so Cody is wrong in saying that it is an empty set. Okay, that's it. Okay, this question is from paper for MA1 1H November 2021. Okay, so read the question. Let's read them together. There are 32 students in a class. In one term, there are these 32 students can took a test in maths, in English, and in French. 25 students passed the test in maths. So here you see M is represented. 25 students passed the test in maths. So this whole represents 25. 20 students passed the test in English. So English represents whole to be 20. Okay, let's write them, but not write like this. Math student is 25. English student, the students who passed the test in English is 20. 14 students passed the test in French. 18 students passed the tests in maths and English. This region, 11 students passed the test in math and French. This region, and 4 students failed all these 3 tests. Okay, so this precisely tells us that this 4 represents the outer region when they failed, as X students passed all 3 tests. So where the region is common between all 3 of them, this is X. Okay, now the incomplete Venn diagram gives some more information about the results of 32 students. Okay, some of the information is given here as to be 2 and 3. So this is also true. Okay, the trick to do this question is not to start from above and figuring out from 25, 20, 14, 18, but instead starting from X. Okay, that is the common region, and also because like we always take the variable, so that means that is the reference thing, and everything else we will be dealing with is in reference to that variable. So we'll first figure out X. Secondly, 4 students failed, so this is your failed one. 11 students passed the test in maths and French. Maths and French region is this. So they are telling to be 11. So this means this whole is 11. This whole is 11, but out of which we know that this is x. So this must be 11 minus x. We are talking about now just this much. This is 11 minus x. Okay. Now 18 students. Now I'm going upwards. 18 students passed the tests in math and English. Maths and English. Maths and English. This whole region contains 18. But as we know, this is just x. So this must be 18 minus x. This region. Now 14 students passed the test in French. So 14 students yeah, so 14 students passed in French means this whole is 14. So we are not writing it in the whole because some parts are given elsewhere as well. So we wrote that 20 students passed in English and 25 students passed in maths. That's all. First we have to display everything, the whole information on our Venn diagram. Now we will be solving it out. Okay, so this is your x. So use all the given information about the results of the students who passed the test in maths to find the value of x. Okay, use the maths thing to find. They are referring to this, that use the maths portion to find out what is the value of x. That means we have to use that because they are asking for the working as well. So we know we can see that this math section contains a total of 25. And this 25 is equals to 3 plus 18 minus x plus 11 minus x. So let's write it down. 3 plus 18 minus x plus x plus 11 minus x. And this all must be equals to 25 because the total students that pass the test in maths are 25. So let's solve it together. Let's do this. 3 plus 18 minus x plus 11 minus x equals to 25. So we'll be having x equals 18 plus 11 is 28, 29. 29 plus 3 is 32. 32 minus 25. So x is equals to 7. Make sense? Now let's move on to the next part. Use your value of x to complete the Venn diagram to show the number of students in each subset. Okay, now they are saying, see, we have written already in the form of x, 18 minus x, 11 minus x. So they are now saying, put this value of x and show the elements in each subset, means each part of your Venn diagram, this one and each one of them. So let's do that. We know this is 3, 2. This is already that we know that they have already given us also. This is 18 minus x. So 18 minus 7 is 11. This is 7. This is 11 minus 7. This is 4. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Now let's understand the rest. We know that this sum was equals to 25. English was 20 and French was 14. And the outside the failed ones were 4. So when this total was 20, so 11 plus 7 is 18, 19, 20. So here will be obviously 0. Okay, also this one is missing, so this whole should be equals to 14. So 7 plus 4 is 11, 11 plus 2 is 13. So here we are left with 1. So this is how we concluded and let's write them, that this is 11, this is 7, this is 4, this is 0 and this is 1. So these are the elements in each subset. Okay. A student who passed the test in maths is chosen at random. Okay, again the probability question. The one who passed the test in maths is chosen. So they are referring to this maths part of the Venn diagram. Find the probability that this student failed the test in French. So out of this math people who failed in French, so the one who failed the test in French would be pass the French are these, this part is included. So the failed would be the other ones. So this is going to be 11 plus 3, 14. And how much is the total of maths? 25. If you don't understand this, let me tell you once again. This was 3, this was 11, this was 0, this was 7, 4, 2 and 1. Now they are referring to that out of the maths people that they choose randomly some student, they say that find the probability that this student failed the test in French. So remove who have passed the French. So this was the French column. So these have passed the French. The rest of the 3 and 11 failed it. So 3 plus 11 is 14. And total of math section was 25. So 14 over 25. Okay. So in a better way, you may also write it as 11 plus 3 over 25 first. As in the first part, I tell you what is probability. favorable outcomes over total outcomes. So if favorable are 14 who could not pass the French but passed the math, so 14 over 25. I hope you understand the question. Let's move on to the next. This question is from, okay, so this question is from paper 4 MA1 1H, June 2021. Okay, the question says the Venn diagram shows a universal set, the sets A, B and C. They have mentioned everything on the set, on the Venn diagram of the sets, like nothing is missing here. They say these number represents the number of elements. Okay, these are not the elements that they are showing, they are the number of the elements, like we found the number of elements in the previous question. Okay, so find the number of elements in A union B. Okay, first highlight and understand what is A and what is B. So what is A union B? A union B is easy. We'll just add them up all together because they have given you the individually each part, so you will just add them up. So it is going to be 12 plus 5 plus 9 plus 3 plus 6 plus 10, and this will give you 45. Okay. Then they say number of elements in a set that is A intersection A complement intersection B complement. Okay, A complement is everything outside A, so 9 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4 also 8. Okay, and B complement means outside B, not including B, so these are 12 plus 10 plus 4 plus 8. So number of elements in their intersection. What is going to be the intersection of A complement and B complement? Not A, not B, complement. So not A is having everything else here, not B is having everything outside here, so this region and this one is the common region between both the complements. Okay, so 4 and 8. Also you can see from the numbers that 4 and 8 are like coming as common numbers, so 4 and 8. So here will be 4 plus 8, 12. Next thing is part 3 says number of elements in A intersection B in union C. So first find A intersection B. Intersection B is this part, so 5 plus 6 and that is 11. Union C. Union C means also this part plus Okay, so you can see that 6 is coming again. So in union, what do? We don't take the repeated things. So if C is coming again, so we are not going to add that again. Let's mark it like this: A intersection B, A intersection B union C. So this whole. So 5 plus 6 plus 10 plus 3 plus 4. 28. 5, 6, 10, 3, 4. Again telling you A intersection B is this part. Union C means also this part. So this whole, when you will be shading it, so obviously you will not be repeating the 6 because it coming again, because we don't take the repeating elements in the union. So we will be just adding 6 once. So 5 plus 6 plus 10 plus 3 plus 4 will add up to give you 28. I think so we have covered all, mostly nearly all type of questions in these topical sessions. Hope you understand everything. Hope you enjoyed the session. Please tell us in the comment section if you have any suggestion, any queries, any questions, or if you want videos on some particular topics. Thank you everyone. Allah Hafiz.